Hi everyone, a very warm welcome to our YouTube channel. Let's get started with the multi-time frame analysis of Bank Nifty and Nifty. तो पहले तो हम समझते हैं बैंक निफ्टी के बारे में. So what we have seen when this particular candle was forming, जबकि ये ब्रेक भी नहीं हुआ था, तब we were anticipating market to move up. The reason was quite simple because from this particular entire rectangle, the market was waiting on the upper one half area. So उसके वजह से we were expecting an up move, which finally happened, and April month closed on a fresh ATH in case of Bank Nifty, and May so far we have only done 2 trading sessions, so it is too early to comment on the May month. Now for those of you who are investors and who are portfolio holders, one thing I would want to tell you, please don't get into the thing of predicting tops and bottoms. Just don't predict it, because you can't do that. Like, no one can, only 2 people can do that, which is God and the other one is liar. Remember, from this entire up move, let's say if this particular top is 1000 and let's say this particular bottom is somewhere around 700, you won't be able to sell your portfolio at 1000 and buy exactly at 700. The idea is you can book out or hedge somewhere around this particular zones, or finally you can get into level from this low. You have to be okay of losing this particular points, this much points. It could be 50 points or 70 points, but you should be okay about it, or 100 points maximum. But then don't get into the prediction of that market is going to come down. I remember a lot of people were negative at this juncture, and finally we got such a sharp up move. When the moment market came here at this level, again people were bearish, and again market actually surprised them even more. And now Bank Nifty is near to, like, it actually got rejected from 50k, but just imagine if you would have booked out everything here, you would have definitely missed out this particular rally. So for investors, please don't book out anything. There is nothing to worry as of yet, and we will definitely discuss whenever things look bearish. We will definitely come to that levels. So coming to weekly time frame, what we have seen, this particular symmetrical triangle breakout is done, and both the targets are open. First target is around 50,300 or somewhere around that zone, and the second target is 51,970. I'm expecting it to overshoot also a bit, but let's see. Now coming to the current week, what has happened? Finally we got a highest closing on the weekly time frame, because see, this was the December 28 high, and then this was what had happened. We definitely went up, but the closing came below this particular high, and this was the final week where we got a closing, the all-time high closing on the weekly basis. The only concern is this upper week, but we will discuss this on the daily time, because if you would have seen this particular candle by end of Thursday, this candle still looked somewhere like this kind of a candle. Only because of this Friday sell-off, we are looking at this particular large long wick on the upper side. Coming to the daily time frame, see, remember, this was the erstwhile resistance, because prices came off sharply. Finally we got a breakout on 29th of April, and now prices are waiting somewhere here. Now this entire zone is a support, like erstwhile resistance turned into support for me, and unless this low is taken out, which is 48,350 or 48,300 for that matter, unless that level gets taken out, I am not going to go aggressively short. Now let's go on the 15-minute time frame. Now for the trade plan, only 3 things can happen. One is flat, the second one is gap up, the third one is gap down. Now before even discussing all these 3 things, firstly let's look at where Dow closed. Dow closed at plus 450 points. Kotak Bank results came in, and the results are really good in case of Kotak. So now remember, all private banks results are done. ICICI was good, HDFC was good, Axis was good, Kotak was good. Now SBI, we are still will be waiting for SBI results to come, but now you have to know that all the private banking results are really good, so I don't see any problem as such. And looking at the Dow closing as well, expecting market to gap up. Okay, so first we will discuss gap up, which looks like more of a likely scenario. Let's say market opens somewhere around 49,135 or so, then what I would actually wait out here, and market might try to come down all the way till 48,800 levels or 48,870 levels, and then market might try to move up after taking support of this particular closing price. If that happens, the moment it breaks, this is the zone where we will go long. However, it has to first come down and then go up, or make a small consolidation here and then give an up move. Only then we will go long. And this time, whenever we are going long, which will be around 49,150, above 49,150, then we will play for a target of 49,600 zones. Only that much. The moment we get a closing around 49,600 zones or something, then we can plan for further up move. Until then, we will only plan for this level first and foremost. So one step at a time. And in case of let's say in case market opens flat, and if it tries to consolidate here and finally tries to break this level of 48,660, then we can definitely go short. But the idea is you have to play for smaller targets. Why? Because after every 200 to 250 points there are supports. Okay, now in case of Bank Nifty, I want to draw your attention here. Look at this particular resistance. Finally we got a breakout, and then this level looks very important, which is around 48,000. okay, so unless this level is not taken out, I mean, we won't be able to see some sharp sell off. So as I said, after every 200-300 points we have some sort of a support. So that's the reason I said, even if you're going short, you can't like expect market to like go severely down. Now remember, this particular is an election month wherein the results are going to come in early June. So I'm still expecting market in the first half to remain a bit of positive. I'm not saying after June 4th, market will crash down or something. Like right now, this is what I can see basis the charts. That's all. We will definitely discuss what we are going to plan for the month of June, but for that we have to first wait how May month closes and so forth. Okay, so coming to this, if at all we open with a mega gap up, which is not even forget 49,200 or something. If we open with a mega gap up of around 49,300, 49,400, then we'll wait it out. We will wait for at least 30 minutes, and wherever the market breaks the high or the low of that particular 30 minutes, then we will play for that level, then we will play for that direction. So that's it for Bank Nifty. Now let's quickly go for Nifty. In case of Nifty, month on month Nifty has been making fresh highs, and for those of you who felt this was overbought or this was overbought, you would have booked out your portfolios, you would have definitely missed out this particular entire ride. So that's the reason I said, just don't go into the prediction mode, because markets always have this ability of surprising everyone, especially the consensus. So May month, only 2 days so far, so nothing to read much. Okay, so coming to the weekly time frame, we got a classic doji, clearly indicates total confusion whether who is winning, buyers or sellers. But however you look at particular this structure wherein we are into higher high, higher lows, obviously buyers are still strong. Now let's go into the daily time frame. Daily time frame, definitely we did see some sort of a selling from a sharp up this level. Now remember, this level has been tested several times, 10th April, thereafter 30th April and 3rd May. Now one more thing that I would want to draw your attention. See, this was a support, then finally got broken and this turned into a resistance, again a resistance, then finally we got a breakout, and this looks more of a retest right now. So the level is around 22,300 to 22,350. Now let's plan on the 15 minute. So it's very simple. Unless and until 22,600 is not taken out, we won't be going aggressively bullish. Okay, we have to get a closing about 22,600. Unless that happens, we can't go aggressively bullish. Does that mean we can go aggressively bearish? No, the answer is no. Why? Because remember, even if 22,300 is taken out, there are several supports here, 22,200, 22,170 and 22,100. So all this, like after every 100-200 points you will see some sort of a support. So I won't say it's a good idea if you think you are planning for a major down move. Not expecting that to happen. Also, the moment 22,600 we are able to close about 22,600, I will definitely go long, and this time I'll go for a long for a fresh high, expecting that the market Nifty will make for a fresh high. Why? The reason is, see, this was the first resistance, this was the another resistance, and this was the third resistance. So market has already tested this level thrice. So the moment we get a closing about 22,600, I will go long for a fresh ATH in case of Nifty. Now for tomorrow, if at all we open flat, there can be two things. One, market might try to come down here and might take in support immediately around 300-350 zones. One is that, but that will be very volatile. The other one would be, let's say market opens flat and then consolidates here, thereby making more of an inside bar, and then even if it tries to go up, it will try to touch 600 and then come again down, and it will try to remain volatile because the previous day candle was a long range candle. So highly likely, if at all we open flat, it might make an inside bar kind of a pattern. Now, as I said, because US closing and Kotak Bank's results, I'm expecting a gap up. So let's say if we open with a gap up of around 22,600, then the initial reaction is, let's say market tries to come down around 500 450, and then it tries to reverse. In that case, I will go long the moment 22,600 we get a closing about 22,600. If that happens, I will definitely go long. In my mind, the idea is still buy on dips. For me, the structure is still not bad, and what I can see, this seller's resistance has been tested thrice, and this time if it try to manage to close above 600 levels, we are definitely going to see a fresh ATH in Nifty soon. So that's about it. Now I'll repeat the same in Hindi for our Hindi audience. तो निफ्टी में क्या है, निफ्टी में जब तक ये 22,600 ब्रेक नहीं होता है तब तक हम अग्रेसिवली लॉन्ग नहीं जाएंगे. और नीचे में प्रॉब्लम क्या है, यहाँ पर आप ज़्यादा लंबे टारगेट्स के लिए शॉर्ट में नहीं देख सकते हो, क्योंकि क्या है, हर 150-200 पॉइंट में आपको एक सपोर्ट्स मिलते जाएंगे, तो आप बड़े टारगेट्स के लिए प्ले नहीं कर पाओगे. बट अगर आपने 22,600 के ऊपर की क्लोजिंग आ जाती है, वहाँ पर मैं लॉन्ग जाना प्रेफर करूँगी, बिकॉज ये लेवल देखिएगा 3 बार टेस्टेड है, ठीक है, फर्स्ट, सेकेंड एंड थर्ड. तो इसके ऊपर जब भी अभी 22,600 के ऊपर की क्लोजिंग मिलेगी, मुझे पता है कि मार्केट फिर निफ्टी जल्द ही फ्रेश ATH बनाने वाली है. तो फिर मैं उस केस में मैं लॉन्ग प्रेफर कर रही हूँगी, मतलब आई वुड लाइक टू स्टे लॉन्ग. अब ये जैसे लेवल है 22,600, ऐसे बैंक निफ्टी में वो कौन सी लेवल है वो हम आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं. बैंक निफ्टी में सिंपल है, देखिए, जब तक ये अप्रैल 29 का लो जो कि 48,300 नहीं निकलता है, तब तक हम कोई बहुत शॉर्ट्स और इसके बारे में सोचेंगे नहीं. क्यों? क्योंकि ये देखिए, जो भी अपमूव है ना, उसका अभी भी ये फर्स्ट पुल बैक ही है, क्योंकि अपर 1/3 एरिया में ही मिलेगा आपको. ये बहुत बड़ी जो अपमूव आई है नीचे से, उसका अभी भी खाली 1/3 एरिया में ही वेट कर रहा है. तो आपको स्ट्रॉन्ग ये कब लगेगा, जब 49,200 के ऊपर क्लोजिंग आएगा, तब आप सोच सकते हो कि हाँ, मार्केट ऊपर की तरफ जाने के लिए रेडी है, ठीक है. और अगर आपको 49,600 के ऊपर मिल गया अगर क्लोजिंग, फिर तो मतलब बहुत ईजी हो जाता है बैंक निफ्टी के लिए नया ऑल टाइम हाई बनाने के लिए. अगर हम लोगों ने इसके ऊपर की क्लोजिंग देख ली, फिर ऐसा हाई चांसेस है कि मार्केट नया ऑल टाइम हाई जल्द ही बना सकती है. फिर तो ये याद रखिएगा, ये लेवल्स है, पहले तो 49,200 है, उसके बाद 49,600, 1 स्टेप एट अ टाइम. अभी के लिए आप ये याद रखिएगा, और कल देखते हैं हम कहाँ ओपन होते हैं. और जैसे सेम बैंक निफ्टी में, जैसे निफ्टी में है, बैंक निफ्टी में भी वही चीज़ है. नीचे में आप अगर बड़े बड़े टारगेट्स के लिए नहीं प्ले कर सकते हो, यहाँ पर हर 200-250 पॉइंट के बाद सपोर्ट्स है, तो आप बहुत बड़े टारगेट्स लेकर ना चलिएगा. अभी भी मार्केट बाय ऑन डिप्स में ही दिख रहा है मुझे. हाँ, फ्राइडे को थोड़ी सी सेल ऑफ ज़रूर दिख रही थी, बट आप देखिएगा डाउ की क्लोजिंग और कोटक बैंक की भी जो रिजल्ट्स है वो काफ़ी अच्छी आई है. तो आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग गैप अप ओपनिंग, और देखते हैं फिर कल कहाँ पर मतलब कैसे मार्केट रिएक्ट करता है. और एक और चीज़ मैं बताना चाहूँगी कि अगर आपने देखा होगा, ऑब्जर्व करा होगा कि इंडिया विक्स हैज़ डेफिनेटली गॉन अप, बराबर. अब उसका रीज़न ये भी हो सकता है कि इलेक्शन के टाइम पे जैसा यूजुअली ना हम इससे काफ़ी आगे देखते थे, इससे काफ़ी ऊपर देखते थे. हालांकि ये इतने भी बड़ी नहीं है, बट अच्छी ट्रेंड ये है कि एटलीस्ट इंडिया विक्स हैज़ स्टार्टेड टू राइज, तो ये अच्छी चीज़ दिख रही है. बट एट द सेम टाइम अभी वॉलेटिलिटी भी इंक्रीज़ होने वाली है. जैसे कि रोज़ एक न्यूज़ आएगी, फिर बोलेंगे कि नहीं ये न्यूज़ सही नहीं है, या रूमर है, या दूसरा कोई काउंटिंग के ऊपर न्यूज़ आती रहेगी. तो ये सब चीज़ों पे आप थोड़ा सा ना बच के रहिएगा, इन द सेंस आप क्वांटिटी थोड़ी सी कम करके प्ले कीजिएगा फॉर द अपकमिंग डेज टिल वी आर आउट विद द इलेक्शंस एंड ऑल. सो दैट्स अबाउट इट. होप यू हैव लाइक दिस पर्टिकुलर वीडियो. अगर आपको पसंद आया है वीडियो तो प्लीज़ डू हिट द लाइक बटन. हमारे चैनल को अब तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया होगा तो प्लीज़ डू सब्सक्राइब, और हम जल्द ही मिलते हैं आपको कल. टिल देन हैव अ हैप्पी ट्रेडिंग डे. बाय बाय.